Tigres in Monterrey, and that's why I'm over there. We've done a season, well, half a season. We qualified for the Liguilla. Unfortunately, we got knocked out the quarterfinals against San Luis, but we got pre-season again starting on the 20th. So I came home to see my family for 2 weeks and back to work again.
And how is life in Mexico?
I cannot complain, Sully. The weather's a bit dodgy. It's a bit hot for me now. No, it's very good. Where we live is very nice. Monterrey is a beautiful city, and but it's all about the football. We're really enjoying ourselves, and hopefully we get another opportunity next season or in January when the season starts again to win the league.
Yeah, passionate football fans out in Mexico, I'm sure. Just as we have passionate fans here at Manchester United, fans who really want success under the new manager. We've not got your thoughts of RUBEN Amorim since he was appointed. So how did you feel when you heard the news, and what do you think he's brought to the role so far?
Oh, very good. One of the top managers in Europe when you look around. I've been following him from a distance. We've got a Portuguese, one of the coaching staff, and he loves, well, his team is Sporting, and he's been telling me about Ruben for years. So it's finally good to have him outside. But I think we just need patience. He's inherited the team from obviously from Erik ten Hag. He's got a lot of players that he hasn't signed yet, but the system is trying to play. You need patience. Any manager coming to Manchester United is a tough job, and he's no different. We're gonna just have to be patient and give him his time and support him. It's a new system for the players as well, and just I think it will take a little bit of time for them to adapt to it. But they've got the quality. We always say Manchester United have got the quality, and I'm sure he'll get it right.
He's brought some of his coaching staff with him from Sporting as well, and you've met a couple of them just on the way to our position here, and actually because you're multilingual, and I'm very jealous of that, you can understand the coaches when they're chatting in Portuguese. It's a tough job though, isn't it, this club wants to be at the very pinnacle of not just English but European football once more, and he has already said, hasn't he, Ruben, it's going to take time and we will have to be patient. But he also realises you've got to balance that with winning matches.
Exactly.
How tough it is? I mean, you're an assistant manager now. You know what it's like in this setup. How tough is that balance?
It's very tough because obviously with the expectation of what is done at Sporting, coming to United, the expectation is completely different. Every game you play is a cup final. Every team wants to beat you. But like I said, coming into this job after what the boss has done and Sir Matt Busby created for so many years at Manchester United, the pressure is completely different. I know he's done a great job at Sporting, but this is another beast. And you'll see with the media, you'll see with the pressure that comes every week playing at Old Trafford, all across the Premier League, everyone wants to beat you. So hopefully, from what I've seen from the outside, it looks like he's got the right temperament. He's obviously got his coaching staff, and it's going to help him to bring success back to the club.
Well, if we need any Portuguese translation whilst we're doing this live training show, you're the man for us, Quinton. Right, we're just going to have a look at the players now as they begin this training session. Of course, we're with them for, the first 15 minutes or so before they start working on tactics ahead of the game against Pilsen. Who's impressed you most this season from what you've seen? And I imagine you've been watching quite a lot still over in Mexico.
Good question. I mean, Dalot is come on. Obviously, different position he's been able to play. Bruno is straightforward. Obviously, he's the captain. He gets his goals. I have to say, Kobe. I mean, Kobe's since he's come into this role for such a young player, outstanding in terms of his experience already, and for such a young player coming to that position he's playing. You have to say, Kobe's probably the one. That's impressed me.
What about Ahmad? He has found himself as a right wing back under the new formation. How do you think he's done?
No, I take it back. Kobe's done well because from last season or the season before that, but Ahmad has been for me the one has just surprised everyone. Everyone knew. I spoke to Fletch a couple of times about him, and he says the quality is there. It's just amazing talent, and he just needed this opportunity. And since he's been in the team, every time he's played, he's either created or scored goals. So and that's what you want from your wide players. But I think he's more of a 10 for me. But at the moment, he's playing in a position that the manager needs him to play, and he's doing a great job.
Is it difficult for a winger or a 10, as you say, to play in that role in Ruben's formation as a wing-back? Because he will have to do his fair share of defensive duties as well.
Yes. And when you see the Ruben's team at Sporting, everyone were doing the job. You need a lot of runners, so the players need to be physically fit for that kind of system that they have to play. But with his quality, I don't think he'll have a problem with it. But yeah, you need more physical players for the system that he wants to play.
Diogo can flourish in this system, can't he? Because he will play on the width in the 4. He can play left or he can play right. And does it make it easier for him that there's 3 centre backs, 3 defenders with him? Fletcher's coming over, I think, to say hello to you.
You're not joining in?
It's good to know that you and Fletcher still chatting, by the way, while you're over in Mexico.
I'm going to get abused in a few minutes, don't worry about that.
But yeah, for Diogo, is it kind of easier for him in a way to be able to play either side of the 4, knowing that there are 3 centre-backs or 3 defenders behind him?
He'll probably be the one... you watched the game the other day when Ahmad was playing on the right-hand side and Diogo was playing on the left, whereas Ahmad, obviously you know he's probably more an attacking player, and I want him to attack more, whereas Diogo can go and do his bit up front, but at the same time come back as a left back as well and make it at the back 4. But like I said before, he's done so well the last couple of seasons. He's physically in amazing shape, which you want from all the players. And he's one of those players that can play in a few positions across the back 4. I mean, he played right back, he played left back, he can drop into the midfield. He's just a very good player.
Yeah, sure is. Well, we're speaking of fullbacks. I mean, you can't really see him from here. You might be able to see Malacia there.
Mm-hmm. Great to see him back. Oh, my goodness.
He's 25 now, Malacia, isn't he? So he's missed a whole year. That's so hard, isn't it?
It's tough. It's tough with the injury that he's had for such a young player. I hope now that's all behind him, because when he came in at the beginning, he did really well. He was flying, and unfortunately picked up a horrible injury. But it looks like he's back now, full fitness, and please God he stays fit for a very, very long time, because injuries is a tough one.
Oh, for sure. Now, it can't be easy for him, because he actually came back into the last Europa League game, didn't he, against Bodo Glimt?
Yep.
And he had a tough 45 minutes before being replaced at half-time.
Yep.
But I guess that's understandable, isn't it, given how much football he missed?
He missed so normal, much. But that's the best way of do your running and do your gym work. The best part is when you get out on the pitch with your teammates and playing high-level competition. And that's where you're going to test the knee and the body. And the more he gets at, the better for him and for the team.
Again, do you feel like Ruben's formation could be perfect for him on the left of that
with
4? He can fly up and down
with this engine. Like I said, I remember when he came in, when he arrived at United at the beginning, he was absolutely flying at that left-back position. But now he can do that role as a wing-back, all around the left-hand side. He's a strong, fit boy, and he's got the right temperament. He just now, like I said before, he just needs to remain fit. And we've got another good player on our hand again.
Yeah, for sure. Looking to the midfield, you could see Bruno closest to us here, just having a bit of fun with Agati there. But Bruno, as the captain and our most creative player, how much pressure is there on him to perform?
It should be good pressure, Sully, because the captain of Manchester United is an absolute privilege. We get to do what we love, but Bruno would probably put pressure on himself in terms of he wants to perform well, he wants to help the team, he wants to be successful at Manchester United and help the team win trophies, win the league, win the Champions League. It's great that we in this competition now, Europa, we have to respect the competition, but we want to get back into the Champions League. We want to get back to trying to win the Premier League again, and that takes a bit of time. Make sure the manager brings in the right characters. But Bruno has been an amazing leader so far.
Yeah, he has.
And please God that continues. But I'm sure he wants to bring more success to the club.
Is there much difference in his role on the pitch if he's part of the two behind the striker? Because previously he would have been the classic number 10, wouldn't he? Playing directly behind the striker and having a bit of freedom to go get on the ball and be creative. So what is the difference? Is there much difference as playing as part of the two behind the striker?
No, well, he's got to. I want to say you got to run more, but you got to run more anyway, whichever system you play.
Well, that's the one thing Ruben said, actually, quite right. We need to run more as a team, particularly backwards defensively.
And that's where behind it, I think wherever you play on the pitch, whether it's the two behind, the 2 10s behind the striker, you still obviously got to do your attacking part, you got to assist, but at the same time you got to do your defensive job as well, and that should be a given. That should be normal anyway. But no, Bruno's one of those players. You can play him in many positions and he'll do a good job. But I guess it's a new system. They're going to have to adapt. But it's definitely a running system. They're going to have to run and make sure that they do the defensive job. Every single player.
Well, you need to work hard, don't you? Your teams always did, Quinny. That's for sure. You
wouldn't play as simple as that. And you would get it from your teammates. You would get it from your teammates first of all.
And just see if Quinny still got it. No, he's just poked that away the wrong direction.
Got my nice shoes on.
He's got his nice shoes on. He didn't want to strike the ball properly. One of the things we were chatting about actually before we came on air is goals in the team. Have we got enough goals in the team?
No.
Do we need more goals in the team?
We need more goals.
So we need more.
Oh my goodness! Obviously, you want your strikers. Højlund, you get more goals. But not just from your strikers, from everyone. They've got enough quality in Bruno, Marcus, and I think it's down to confidence now. I think we're now strikers get a couple of goals that will help them. At the moment, it looks like the confidence is low. But that's when you need your midfielders to chip in and help the team out. But you can't just depend on your strikers. Of course, that's what you pay the money for. You want your strikers at least to get about 20 goals a season. That's when you're in business.
Yeah.
But that's when you need the team, everyone to be playing well and get them the service.
Because Rasmus, for example, has shown he can score goals. There was that great streak he went on last season. I think it was 8 and 8.
Yep.
And again, he's found the target reasonably consistently this season without being an out goal scorer, which we know he can be. So what does he need to work on to be able to start putting up the numbers that we know he's capable of?
I think when I watch him play, he definitely puts in the effort. Now it's just
that you cannot deny. The effort is unbelievable.
You cannot deny that. I think now it's just that final bit of detail, and that comes from just getting a goal, the movement before he gets into the box, and a connection with the players, his teammates, where sometimes you don't even need to shout for the ball. You just make an eye contact. They know his movement and getting in the right position, getting in the box, and trying to hit the target most of the time. When your confidence is low, you get opportunity, you want to smash it. Sometimes you need to pass it in. But that comes down to him now. He just needs to remain calm, keep doing what he's